All right, ladies and gentlemen, episode 7, season 4. In a few hours here, we got Wheaton Memorial South girls varsity basketball playing their opening round playoff game as the 8 seed against 9 seed Glenbard East. Tip-off is 7:30 p.m. at Bartlett High School. I'll be there on the bench with these lovely athletes that we have here. Owen reporting from home today. Ultimate dedication. Not feeling the best, but he's well enough to hop on the show for a little bit here. And our other partner in crime, fresh off a Model UN appearance this weekend, Tomas Moran. How's everyone doing today?
Good. Good. Feeling good. Ready for the game? Me too.
Why
don't we have everyone introduce themselves to the podcast? So again, like Mr. Brennan said, we've got 3 players here from the varsity girls basketball team. Just finished off the regular season, great win against St. Charles East. I was on the call for that one against a really competitive team. And that was a good Duke Conference win. That was a good win to get over 500 in the regular season. And now tonight, huge playoff game against the Rams.
Yes, that was an exciting win, especially on senior night and not beating them in the first game. So took a lot of energy, got all of our seniors out there, and I feel like that's why we ended up winning the game. But to introduce myself, my name's Hannah Struebing. I'm a senior, and I've been on the team for 4 years.
I'm Emily Troia. I'm a junior. I've been on the team for 3 years.
I'm Brooke Ittersagen. I'm also a junior, and I've been on the team for 3 years as well.
And just a side note, we refer to Brooke as Biddy, so if you ever hear us say Biddy, that's why.
Brandon likes to call me the Hound too.
Yeah, just a side note, I don't refer to them by any of their biological names. As you can see here on the show graphic, we got Wonder Woman, a.k.a. Hannah Struebing, the Hound, a.k.a. Brooke Ittersagen, and then E.T., pretty self-explanatory.
Speaking of that, Mr. Brennan, do you want to show them your little graphics that you put together?
Oh, I'd love to. All right, so the audience is on pins and needles as are our guests here. So first up, we have the Hound.
That'd be me.
We have the Hound. All right, AI generated. All right, next up, after the Hound, got E.T. Extraterrestrial, Emily Troia. It's kind of based off your game too. You know, you got like really nice
You
handles.
got those long arms.
Yeah, you got good handles, good ball handling skills, all that. All right, and then last but certainly not least, we got Wonder Woman. There's nothing Wonder Woman can't do.
I like the first
True.
one.
Very true.
Nothing Wonder Woman can't do. She can even posterize.
Superman taking a charge.
She can posterize Clark Kent, and she can even throw down. It looks like it's like Rucker Park, New York City, or something like that. Mixing it up with everyone street colors.
So, Mr. Brennan, you said those images were AI generated?
That is correct.
That's interesting because I was just talking to Principal Campbell. So the school board meeting is on Wednesday. We're going to be talking about, or the school board's going to be talking about AI in school. How often do you use AI, like as a teacher?
I use it mostly for the podcast here.
We don't got to put them on the spot like that, Tomas.
Yeah, mostly for the cast.
Got it.
My social media game, like the Ashlyn Adams post that went semi-viral. I actually haven't thought about using it as much. I'm a little behind the curve, I would say.
Those look good though. I mean,
Yeah.
that was impressive.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. Just there's a lot of talk about like how teachers can use like, AI in their like curriculum and stuff.
It's very similar to like NIL. You know, some people are ahead of it, some people are embracing it,
Right.
some behind, being left in the dust. But at any rate, enough talk about AI.
I mean,
Let's talk about the superstars that we have here today. So I don't know if you guys knew this, but history lesson. This used to be a DVC tilt back in the DuPage Valley Conference. Glenbard East was a part of that.
Yes.
So we're kind of reliving history here a little bit. So hopefully we get some alumni coming out to Bartlett tonight, and it'll kind of feel good for them to see the Rams versus the Tigers.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so you have a big game tonight against Glenbard East. And if you potentially win that game, you have the potential to go against Batavia in the second round, is from what I'm hearing. Does that motivate you guys in a game as big as this to get to Batavia in that second round potentially, and to kind of spoil them as you lost the 2 games to them earlier in the season, and I know you want to flip that script. So does that, knowing who you're going against potentially in the second round, motivate you guys even more to win this game?
I feel like 100%. Like, we lost to them twice, and we've talked so many times how they're such a beatable team and how big of a win that'd be with them taking first in our conference, 2 players that are playing in college, and for us that'd just be big after losing to them twice especially.
I agree with that. I feel like our team is slept on. I mean, we ended 4th in conference above Wheaton North and St. Charles East, Lake Park, and Glenbard North, which was huge for us, especially after finishing towards the end the past 2 years. So I feel like our sectional seed was really disappointing for us.
And to finish above 500.
Yes,
we haven't
done that for a while.
So getting that last win was big.
Yeah, but just I feel like having that low seed, well, 8 isn't low, but lower than what we were expecting, considering 2 teams that we placed higher than in conference are above us in the sectional. I think that's also a big motivator for our team.
We're so unpredictable. You never know what's gonna happen with us. So
I feel like if anyone's gonna beat Batavia, obviously they're being first seed, like it would be us. Like we would just do that for no reason.
Yeah, so another thing, you talked about how it's kind of a different thing for you guys now that you're in the playoffs, you're above 500. It's kind of a new feeling. Now since Kroenke has been retired, do you think there's a different feeling in the building under new coaching? Do you think there's a new culture that's being set with the girls basketball team?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a different narrative just because Kronk was in his later end of his career and Gass is just starting, and we definitely feel a lot closer with her. Not only can she relate to us because we're all women, that definitely helps, especially coming to practice someday after a bad test or just a bad day. The amount of people that have came to practice crying or just angry and upset, I feel like she has a really great job of handling that, and we have such a great bond with her, not even as a coach but almost as a friend, because she's pretty close in age to us, so I feel like that's definitely helped.
I also feel like we've carried on so much as well, like the traditions and stuff. Having Gass being our JV coach when Kroenke was the head varsity coach helps so much. She knows the vibe, she knows what to do at practice. I don't know. It's beginning something new, but also carrying on tradition.
Not to mention playing 4 years of varsity basketball herself.
Right.
Here.
On this court.
Yes.
Right.
She knows what it's about.
Yeah, kind of
She's
is.
the same bad blood against Wheaton North and other teams.
Oh,
as
God.
we do.
Yeah, she has the highest amount of distaste for the Falcons. It's,
So that's definitely true. After the first Crosstown Classic here at home, which was a huge win, Hannah Struebing with the game winner, I interviewed Coach Gaston Smith after the game for the newspaper, and you could tell. The way she was speaking, she was so happy to beat that team. And in fact, she even said, I'm a Wheaton kid, I know what it's like, it means so much to beat this Wheaton North team. So I think definitely, yeah, just having that sense of, I guess you say, Tiger Nation, Tiger pride, I guess is a way to put it. I think it shows, with how the team plays and how much effort is put into it.
For sure. I know we have the same personnel, honestly, as last year. We were missing, one starter?
Yeah.
And we're a way different team, just the way we're playing. Obviously, as experiences, we've gained experience, that helps, but it was a nice fresh start this year, trying to get over, the past 2 years of the rut we've been in.
yeah, I'd say from a coach's perspective on the bench with you girls, seems like there's a lot more juice defensively. Would you agree? Gass has brought much more of a defensive
and I feel
emphasis.
after we were so lucky to play together last year, and then a bunch of us returning this year too, has definitely helped with the chemistry.
Yes.
We're figuring things out because of last year and now this year too.
Yeah, especially with the 2 defense when me and you are on top. We don't even have to talk and
Yeah,
we
exactly.
understand it.
I mean,
We know.
we ran 1-2-2 for all the years I've been at South, since I've watched my older sisters play, and we haven't switched up anything. So I think switching to man and a 2-3 has really benefited us. And also, Biddy was saying, our chemistry, I literally brag about the basketball team to everyone because of how close we are. And the fact that I feel like I could go out to lunch with any single person on the team and it would not be awkward, I feel like is kind of a flex for us.
Yeah,
For sure.
that's a testament. Yeah, testament to you girls, testament to Gas for building the culture and living the culture, executing the culture. And yeah, we do have kind of a diverse, eclectic group of girls too. You know, we got some sophomores, we got some freshmen, or one freshman, right?
Yeah.
Bloodworth. So yeah, congrats to you girls for maintaining that vibe since pretty much Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and I think going into like a huge playoff matchup that this is, I think the chemistry that you guys talking about is going to come up huge in terms of winning the game down the stretch. Like Brooke and Emily, you talked about how you didn't even really have to talk to each other about what your game plan was. It kind of just comes naturally. That's going to be a huge X factor in terms of making your way into playoffs. And yeah, I think that's just a testament to you guys, how much like hard work you've put down the stretch. I know it wasn't the ideal start to the new year, as you guys had that little 4-game skid right after winter break ended, but then you ended the season winning 3 of your last 4 with a huge win against St. Charles East. How are you going to ride that momentum that you had from a big win at St. Charles East into the playoffs?
I feel like honestly coming off that St. Charles East one was exactly what we needed. Like you talked about, after New Year, we had a great tournament in Bloomington that ended super well. We all had a great time, and then kind of came back and played some really talented teams, which was hard for us. I mean, it's great to play good teams, which is exactly what we needed, but we kind of had some losses, and then just getting that final win going into playoffs, I feel like was big for us. Just giving that confidence that we needed, knowing we can beat whoever we want.
And then looking at Lombard East, like, is there any word on, like, I mean, we know that they're similar seed, right? 8, 9 seed, you know, the closest match with the bracket. But is there any, like, information, any kind of scouting at all, like, in terms of who the Rams are and what they're about?
Yeah, so they have a senior named, I think, Katie Carney. I think her first name's Katie. Yeah, she's a great shooter, a great all-around player, but if we can shut her down, I think
We have a few plans.
we do have plans.
Things up our sleeve.
Top secret.
Yeah, I think we are definitely a more all-around team, just in terms of guards, forwards, post. They mainly just have her as a shooter. I think Gas mentioned that she would put up 14 threes in one half from the same spot, and they would answer. I mean, that's how they win their games.
Yeah.
By looking at Lombard East, they're 22-8, 17-1 in the Upstate 8 conference, which, I mean, for sure you got to look at the strength of schedule, right? But that, I mean, that is, you know, that's quite impressive, right? They got second in the conference. And yeah, 22-8 is, you know, they're doing something right there. But at the end of the day, we are the higher seed, which I think just is a testament to our strength of schedule, the Duke conference as a whole, right? It's a very tough conference. And then even looking at the past few games, right? So the win against St. Charles East, one against Lake Park, one against Downs Grove South, and then that Batavia game, 53-41. It wasn't a blowout by any means, right? Like you mentioned, you know, it's a very beatable team. So just going into these playoffs, like, what are your aspirations? Like, what is your goal as a team going into the regional semis?
Win regionals.
Yeah.
So I also got a highlight, win regionals. I believe so regional championship, Bartlett High School, sectional championship. Do you know where it's at?
Is it here?
Batavia.
Oh yeah, it is.
But I guess I actually just kind of nullified my own point because we would play them first at Bartlett.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was thinking in my
We
brain,
would
I was
play
like,
them at
sectional ship at Batavia. But sorry, it's through the region first.
Last year around this time is when Emily hit her game winner to
Yes.
send us to a regional final. So
If you haven't
we'll
seen
see
that,
we'll
you
see
gotta
what
find
happens
it
tonight.
on Girls Basketball X. No longer Twitter.
Yeah, we'll try to dig that up and put it in the show notes for sure. Because yeah, it was a sight to behold. There's some pixie dust in the air that night at Lake Park High School.
Oh yes, there was.
Yeah, and I just want to point one more thing out. I think at that Batavia game, Brennan and I were talking about how it was kind of a rough start to that first quarter. Like 15-1 was how it ended up rolling out. And then you ended up coming out those last 3 quarters neck and neck with them. What do you think changed? Like, because ever since then, you guys have kind of just been on a roll ever since that first quarter at Batavia. was there something that was said? Was there something that changed between that first and second quarter that kind of changed your mindset and put it into perspective? Like, you can hang with any team if you really put your mind to it. Like, was there anything that changed in between that first and second quarter that kind of rolled you into the end of the season?
I feel like we were kind of like, we went into that game, I don't think we were that confident that we could win it. And then come halftime, we were like, actually, what are we doing? We're going to be facing this team in regionals. We face everyone in our conference. I mean, there's a possibility. We knew we weren't going to be in the top probably 4 seeds. So we knew we were going to have to play someone tough from our conference, probably that we had faced before. So all the practice we can get, like all the reps we can get in a game-like situation. And I think we just all started to click again and be like, the season's almost over, especially as seniors. Like, we just need to have fun and relax and play as a team.
I feel like our biggest thing since then, or what's kind of like our comeback, is our main focus has been like putting a full game together. Like you said, like that one first quarter, down 15-1, like it's kind of hard to come back from that. And we did our best and we were right there with them. So our focus, as Gas has been saying the whole season, like let's put together 4 quarters. Like we can play 2 really amazing quarters, but then give up 15 points in 1 quarter and be down. So
losing by 14.
Yeah,
like
and
exactly
losing by
how we were
14.
down in the first quarter.
So it's all about putting that full game together, believing we can do it. I think that's the big thing is Batavia. Like we went in kind of like this team is Batavia, first in our conference, like they're tough, but just believing that we could hang right there with them.
So the one player on that team that makes it hard to hang with them, Brooke Carlson. Do we know of her future plans yet?
Yeah, she's playing at Colorado State.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Fort Collins.
She's a really talented player. I mean, she's won Conference Player of the Year for the past 2 years in a row. She's fast. She can put together both the defensive and offensive end. But we've got, like we said before, some tricks up our sleeve. I mean, we look ahead. We have already been preparing for Friday at practice because
we believe we're going to win tonight.
We believe.
Awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to see. Well, first of all, take care of business tonight, but Friday night, it's hard to beat a team 3 times.
Exactly.
Very hard to beat a team 3 times. I'll probably play a little spoiler alert here. Just giving a little teaser. I think the defensive plan might have something to do with this. Might have something to do with this on Friday night.
Maybe right.
Yeah.
Maybe right.
We saw some.
Maybe a little bit tonight.
Maybe 2 of those actually.
Oh, I'd love that. I'd love that.
Dog and a poodle.
And then just as a team, like entering the playoffs, right? Now it's single elimination, right? Then you either advance or you lose and you go home. So like as a team, and then with the coaching staff as well, like what is the mentality? What's the message you're getting from the staff in terms of how to approach this game? Because of course, I mean it's basketball, but at the same time, it's very psychological. It's very much a mental game too.
I mean, Linhart especially has been saying all week, like, we have everything to lose, basically. Like, if we don't win tonight, it's done. And he's constantly reminded us of that. I mean, it's true. Like, we have to win. Like, baseline.
But at the same time, tonight is 0-0. Like, our record goes back to 0-0. It's a fresh start for everyone. I mean, no matter how we did in the first half of conference or who we lost to by how much, it's anyone can win. It's anyone's game. Everyone's a good team. Our sectional is very difficult. I mean, we beat 3 of the teams that are higher than us, but 2 of the teams higher than us have beat us as well. So, like, it's always up in the air.
Yeah, and I feel like it's always talked about, like Hannah said, 0-0, but like playoffs is a whole different vibe. Like everybody feels that you walk in that gym, it's just different, and it's honestly anybody's game. So it's whoever wants it more and comes out to play.
Yeah, just tell that to Schaumburg last year, right?
Exactly.
Troia had a little something to do with that.
A loss to them early in their season, and then a game winner to go on to the regional final. It felt better.
Yeah, how poetic is that? Game one of the 22-23 season, and then the final game of the 22-23 season for them. You guys got to
That's happened 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
It was flipped.
My sophomore year, I was flipped.
Right. I do remember that.
And then looking back on the regular season, right? I mean, I think there might be a pretty clear answer to this, but any major highlights, anything you'd like to talk about in terms of what this team accomplished throughout the past couple months?
Hannah Struebing's buzzer beater against
Obviously, we ignore.
That was the highlight of my basketball career
Yeah.
at South, honestly. Like, nothing has felt better than that.
There was, I think, for any of us, like,
Yeah.
there's nothing better. Packed in Friday night before the boys' game, like, close game the whole time.
Yes, it was
And
exciting.
then for Hannah to just come down and be like, get out of my way, I'm scoring
Yeah.
at the buzzer.
And
Like,
then
there was nothing better.
Me and Brooke, that was our first North win too.
The last time I beat
Never felt
North
that.
was my freshman year in
Yeah.
Orange and Black as well. So it was very full circle.
But I just want to give a quick shout out to Brooke for keeping you guys in that game with that clutch 3-pointer late in the game. I think other than that shot, that was just as big of I know it's not a buzzer beater, but in terms of game, that's just as big of a shot as yours was at the end of the game, Hannah. So without that shot, Brooke, that doesn't end up happening. So I just want to give
That
props.
felt good.
I agree with that. And honestly, okay, that same play, I kicked it out to
St.
Brooke.
Charles East.
Happened in St.
Oh,
Charles
yeah.
East and got us that win as
Yeah,
well.
that was a
so
huge shot.
it's
That was-
Which is probably another highlight game.
Yes.
Because losing to them early in the
senior
season.
night. There's just something about the St. Charles. I don't know what it is. If you know, you know. Something about that St. Charles East win just felt really good.
Yeah, for sure.
I do have to comment. I'm starting to see some Tiger Woods-esque celebrations out of Brooke Ittersagen. After she makes her threes, she gets like that Tiger Woods, let's go fist bump going. So I just want to say I see that and I respect that.
All right, I really have nothing much else to say. I just want to. Oh, my bad, Tomas.
Yeah, go ahead, Tomas.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, Hannah, so you're the only senior here, right? And so, I don't mean to, be a bit of a downer, but this is possibly your final game, right? I mean, these playoffs will be your final games as, a Tiger, and there are other seniors on the team too. So, as a group of seniors looking into that, how does that motivate you? Because this is possibly, the end of the road.
I mean, it sucks, man. I played basketball my whole life, and most of the seniors on our team have, regardless of what level they've played at. But the seniors have such a close bond. I mean, I played with most of those girls since Wheaton Thunder feeder since 3rd grade, and you can definitely tell, especially in the St. Charles East game during senior night. I feel like that really showed just how close we are and how we don't want the season to end, not just because of basketball, but because of how close we are. And it feels like we're gonna lose like our little friend group, but I mean, we're all so close. Not just the seniors, the whole team, but that's what matters. Like beyond basketball is the relationships that we've made through basketball, and it's bittersweet having that potentially end.
Well, and also I think it's worth noting the 1,000-point mark. I mean, that is a huge milestone. So congratulations on that. I mean, how many players have done
7,
that?
right?
8, including Hannah.
Yeah, 7. When I heard that, I was like, wow. Like,
Thank
that's
you.
huge. There she is.
Thank you. That was honestly, I didn't even see that.
Did
as
you
a
know?
goal until my senior year? Until I was like, wait, I think that's possible. I mean, I didn't even have really a freshman year playing at South. It was a 6-week season, and that was really special just to end my career at South on such a high note. So, and the celebrations were so nice, like the posters.
Did you have any idea when you hit that layup? Like, did
Yes,
you
I
know?
did.
You did.
Because Coach G did delete me from a mass group chat, which
And you
did
knew
give
that.
me a hint. Yes, I thought it was way farther until I realized, and I was like, oh.
We had a little text group going without her. We meet on Zoom, and she was like, I just want to let you know, like, Hannah's this many away from hitting 1,000. Like, don't let her know it's about to be a surprise.
Yeah, it was really nice too to get it in orange and black. Just having
I
all my
agree.
family and friends there was really nice.
And I gotta say, it's happened to us several times
Oh,
the last
Yeah.
few seasons.
Oh my god.
Like Hughes at St. Charles North,
Who else?
Sipla.
Claire
St. Charles
Hyde.
North.
Claire Hyde. my
Hyde.
sophomore year.
maybe the
Carlson.
Palmer.
It was Carlson, maybe the Palmer
Honestly,
from
probably.
Geneva.
Everyone
Yeah,
in
it
conference.
seems like it always happens against the Tigers too, and it like happens at Orange and Black.
Yeah.
So they're like celebrating on our home court, and like we're like, oh come on, what's going on? But finally we have to deliver that via Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah.
Sweet. Well, anything you want to leave us with heading into Glenbard East tonight / Batavia on Friday night?
Let's go white.
So wait, our theme today, our theme of, I don't even know how it came up. Our theme of towards the end of the season was let's go white. So we figured we had to wear all white to school today in honor of that.
It's a little inside joke. I don't really know how to describe that.
Was that the theme today? Whiteout?
Yeah,
I'm now a little bit slow here.
The white jacket.
I think we're all just super excited. Like, it's crazy that we're here in this part of the season now, like playoffs. Like, it's literally, I feel like yesterday we were just in Bloomington, and it's crazy that me and Emily are literally going to be seniors next year. So we're literally, Hannah's gone.
Out of here.
We're soaking it all up, and I feel like it's our, I don't know, it's our night tonight.
Yeah.
I know. We're ready.
We deserve, I don't know.
Yeah.
Big
I think we
things.
deserve it. Hopefully.
We got it. We got it.
Well, hopefully Troia's got a little extra pixie dust left over from Schaumburg.
We won't need it.
I don't think we
We'll
won't
be
need,
up by 20.
won't need it tonight. Maybe a little bit on Friday, and just kind of ration it off for the rest of February, as long as we can keep dancing here. The Tigers,
Exactly.
the mighty Tigers, the Flying Tigers. All right, sweet. Well, we'll be in touch with the fans with the results of the game and everything like that. I'll be at the game tonight. Will anybody else be able to travel? Well, obviously you.
I might go to the game.
Okay.
We'll see. Because it's 7:30, right?
Yeah.
At
Bartlett.
Bartlett. Okay. So.
Miller, I'm telling you to stay home. Miller, stay home, get healthy, because he's got a big show choir
Oh yeah.
event on
Oh,
Saturday.
yeah. The Clash.
Oh yeah,
This weekend.
give us a quick plug for the Clash.
Yeah, if you guys, you in the audience, want to pop out to Naperville North High School this weekend or on Saturday, Classics has a performance at 3:45. I think Esprit is at 11. So if you want to go watch Esprit, they're at 11. Classics at 3:45. And we're looking to defend the belt. So we're looking to bring it home 2 years in a row.
Classics.
All right, nice, dude. Yeah, he's going to have one belt on this shoulder, another belt on this shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be strutting around like McGregor, the double champ.
And then also in the arena basketball, tomorrow we got the last game of the season at Orange and Black. It's the boys' game against Lake Park. And so that's going to be the final game we have all year. So I'll be on the call for that one. And then, it's also, I don't know, kind of bittersweet. Last time I'll be on the call for a basketball game ever at South. And then also for the team, it'll be the last time. I mean, we already had team in, but that'll be the last time that they play at home. So that'll be over on the Media Broadcasting Club on YouTube. So check that out tomorrow night at 7. And yeah, that's what's going on in the world of We Won't Stop Hoops. So good luck tonight for sure.
Thank you.
Go get
Yes,
that
good
win.
luck.
beat
I want to
Troia.
wish you guys luck as well.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for joining.
This was a treat. Yeah, thank you very much, ladies. You're welcome back anytime. If we keep dancing during the postseason here, we'll bring you back. But seriously, open invitation anytime this microphone's on. You're welcome to join the show. All right, so
Thank you.
absolutely, you're welcome. We'll end this with the traditional "Go Tigers." So "Go Tigers" from everybody, please.
Yep, go Tigers.
Go Tigers, baby. And thanks to the fans at home for dealing with a little bit of the delay. First time we had Owen over there doing it remotely, so we went through a few kinks here, but I think it's all good. The content speaks for itself. So thanks, everybody. Go Tigers, baby.
Go Tigers.